always asked for. It's just the warden doesn't necessarily need to be the healer. It usually is because it works out better that way. From the bugs, the minor vulnerability from the bugs.
Yeah, and then the Betty Netch or whatever that replenishes magic also gives you some spell damage. And then,
yep, there's that. Because I know for
what is it? Because I was worried that, because I'm so used to shards, I always throw shards to tank, and then, or, you know, I have my system, and I was worried with warden, I'm like, what am I going to do for shards? And I realized that the little flower feeding buds or whatever is kind of like that, because it pretty much does the same. So I'm still getting used to her, but I think it's my favorite.
You have the healing orbs. That's or the energy orbs, I think is their actual name. That's what you would use in most cases, and actually in most scenarios I prefer an energy orb over a shard.
That's what I've been hearing. But I'm so used to my system, like I throw an orb and a shard.
So the biggest issue is, let's say I'm off tanking Sunspire on the Fire Dragon, right? I'll taunt the Flame Atros once, and then kind of after that I never re-taunt them, because as long as nobody hits them, they're always going to be aggroed on me. And that's where having a warden throw an orb at me is better than a Templar throwing a shard, because the shard's going to do damage, and that's where if I'm like, hey, I need stam back, if you ran out and threw a shard at me, if you hit those Flame Atros, they're going to become or on other people at least, and that's where it can be an issue.
When I'm on my Templar and Sunfire, I throw shards to main tank, and then I throw orbs behind me, and then I do the combat prayer to the group with healing spring, and that's my rotation. So that works out. I'm glad I never throw shards back there, because
I don't think a lot of people would complain, because a lot of the tanks try to keep aggro on everything back there, at least newer tanks to Sunspire, but you get to the point where it's, when I'm holding 2 of the Iron Servants and 4 Flame Atros, potentially 5 or 6, depending on how slow the burn is, I can't spend half my time taunting stuff, because I need to heal myself, because you still have to focus on the group. So you throw me an energy orb once every 30 seconds, like it's something, but it's not really gonna do it.
Yeah, well, that's why I like that too. I can just turn around, throw an orb, and turn right back around. I don't have to aim my shards. I don't have to, throw shards for anything. And I'm like right there. Well, Vet is different, because when I did Vet, they had us in 2 separate groups, kind of close together, and each healer was on one, and then they had someone else, like not a healer, in the back doing the ice pillars, like they would use Trigger to I don't know, it was bizarre. I loved it though, but that way was a little bit different. But normal Sunfire was used to, being on main tank, but then I don't know, it's the whole system, and with the warden it's like, I was so used to having shards and then orbs the other way, and now that I have the feeding buds to take that place to where I can lay down 2 different things if I need to, that's why I thought I was going to do very well with it. It's really becoming my favorite. I'm just not used to it yet. So sad.
In most scenarios, I've seen that skill you basically be treating it as like a secondary healing in most scenarios. But because in all reality, for me, most of my outcost procs come from necros, really. Because I'll get the boneyard and then I'm also getting combat with the mystic orb and combustion. And I just need to find one other random. So, in most cases, you're going to be using it.
I'm losing that bit, but it could be a tank and try it, and I can do that on my sensor. Keep it up
I don't actually have a macro tank, so I'll use it right now. It's kind of my next one I'm doing, but if you're looking for help,
I just don't feel like it.
I think the first time I ended up changing, other than like the Greymoor, I got out of the tank, or I got very little warning, and went in there and actually, that's the tank. Nothing, right? But like I went and saying that we were supposed to be doing follow-ups, right? And I was sitting there and I was just staring at the spot and it was scaring the fuck out of me. So close to that I knew exactly what each mechanic was doing by looking at him from a DPS perspective. Looking at him from the front, it just looked so weird.
Yeah.
Just practice. The more you run.
Yeah, once you I'm so used to, I think that's what it is. I'm so used to it. And then I use my DPS and I'm in the world. If I get into anything else, I do PvP, but I've been so into getting achievements and hard mode, trying to get all that stuff.
Will help you what you want to do then. So yeah, earliest opportunity to try to get your healer field. The officers at the healers will end up taking a look at it, deciding. Basically, the question that we have to answer is basically, do we feel that we can bring X healer or X tank into a vet DLC trial with us? Do we feel comfortable having them do that role?
Yeah, and did you say it has to be vet? Or just any trial? Because it'd be a lot easier for me to get in a normal trial.
It has to be vet. So if you need to, in all honesty, if you see me organizing like a vet Elrod, you can always click one of those videos, or just on the Sunspire run. If it's really messy and you're not comfortable with it, obviously you don't need to post it. But any vet trial run, it can be any of the Craiglorn, it can be any DLC, it doesn't matter. Just upload it, and as long as you're comfortable with it, if you post it, the dealers will take a look and they'll decide if they feel comfortable with what you've done, and they'll give you whatever feedback. So if there's something specific, let's say like you're running market knowledge, then what the Templar typically would run in the guild. Say you're running that and you have to really then like I can think of one specific healer that Afton got to get rid of. And he was wearing Zen, and I think he had one dog. So in that scenario, he's getting 20% of the effectiveness, and even then he's out up all the time. Like, I'm not a healer, I don't play healers at all, and I took a quick look at it, so they were kind of all laughing about it, and asked me to take a look. I wouldn't. Like, I knew enough that I wouldn't even feel comfortable ranking him in the future, which the soldier rank is basically, I'm fine with bringing you into any crack for the most part, and I guess Sunspire also will get thrown, but, like, I have no issue bringing a soldier into the Hellraw or the basically the soldier rank.
Yeah, see, I just got martial knowledge, like I just finished that cut there and I'm practicing, but I don't have all of them yet. I only have a couple. I've been doing Olo and Gold.
So Olo and Hollow Fangs typically what the Warden's gonna win, and then you're gonna typically run martial knowledge and then redress. It's not always that case. I can ask the GM what it is again now, but if you look on the Discord, it says what sets he wants the healers to have access to. I think it's Marshall, Zen, Gossamer, Hollow Remake, Hollow Fang. I think